Hello everyone, this is Cliff. Welcome back to our Let's Play of Dark Souls 2. Now, last video we did Throne Watcher, Throne Defender, and so we've got some new items, and one of those is equipped. I traded the Defender Soul in for this Defender Shield, which is lighter than the shield I had, and it's just a little bit better overall. Okay, the other item, the Watcher, I went with the Watcher Great Sword, and now I probably won't be using that a whole lot, but that can be said for most of the boss items. I did have Petrified Dragon Bone, so I did bump that up a little bit. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to trade this out for the King Ring, because if I don't, I will have to hunt and peck for it when we're at the gate. So we're going to travel to the Shaded Wood. And we're going to go to the Ruined Fork Road bonfire. Okay, anytime. Alright. If you are wondering where we're at level-wise, I will show you. We're at 135. Focusing mostly on strength and dex. We've hit the soft cap on vitality, endurance, and vigor. Let's see, and I've added some to intelligence. Faith I've pretty much left alone. Adaptability I've added a few little things. That lets you use items faster, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just kind of one of those that gets kicked to the side because of how useful some of the other stats are. Alright, so what I'm going to do is once we get through this gate, okay, we're at Aldia's Keep. What I'm going to do is once we're through, which we are, I'm going to change this for the where's my petrification ring? There. The Ash Knuckle Ring. The dogs in this area, there are some dogs in this area that are like the ones near that Rat King Covenant area, and they can petrify you pretty quickly. There's a fire seed right there for free. You'll see the dogs off in the background there, and what I'm going to do is I am going to run immediately towards this bonfire, just in case something happens. There we go. Alright, and we're going to talk to an old friend. Maybe.
Who are you? Oh. No, forgive me. I know you. Yes, of course. How goes your journey? I know not what you seek in this faraway land, but I pray for your safety. My name is Lucatiel. I beg of you, remember my name, for I may not myself. My name is Lucatiel. I beg of, for I may...
Okay, now I think at this point, if I had let her help me with a couple of boss fights, that I would probably get an item. But since we didn't do that, we just kind of get kind of a short end to her saga. Now what I'm going to do is try to hit a moving target. Okay, now's the time when you really got to watch out, because these guys come at you. Alright, so far so good. Should be one more. Way over here. Hey! You didn't didn't drop a damn thing. Ah, you know what? I didn't that up. Okay, so the item that I want is carried by those. It's carried by those dogs. So we're gonna get that, and I will collect the loose items on the ground. And what I'm gonna do, more than likely, is before we get into the rest of this, I'll probably put a cut right here and try to get that sword that I want. Alright, is there anything? I don't think there's any items up there. I just think it's one of those quirks of you being able to kind of phase through the background. Let's run up here real quick, because there's a few items up here that I want to go ahead and grab. Obviously the first one's right here. Get our Radiant Life Gem. Now if I go too far, I will actually get invaded. There is an invasion that comes up in this area, but I'm just going to grab that. Hopefully I won't get invaded. If I do, I'll just fight it out. And that should be it. I don't think there's any way to get to the side there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run back towards the bonfire. And I will put a cut in here and try to do some item farming. And if this doesn't work, I may end up having to go back into Belfry Soul, which isn't exactly my idea of fun, but I'll do it if I have to. So I'll put a cut here, and what I may do is get this item, and I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and go through all of this today. I may come back maybe tomorrow or the next day and just kind of splice all this together, because this is a short video. So give me 1 second and I'll be back. Okay, so we are back, and I did get my item. It took 3 or 4 tries, but I did get this Black Knight Ultra Great Sword. This Crescent Axe is also a drop from those enemies, as well as, let's go back here and go to our spells. You can also get this Affinity Hex. But I've got the weapon I want. I'm probably not going to equip it right now, because it doesn't do the damage I need it to do right now. It's still pretty raw. So I'm gonna head in, and like I say, we will be invaded. Now, here we go. Now you get... I was trying to be a cheeky bastard. That's my fault. Now, like most invaders, this is actually the brother of Lucatiel. This guy is not very good when it comes to poise, so he's not terrible to defeat. Now, there are enemies in those things. You won't see them much. There's one that will break out here. Now, this thing killed me the first time through. You're going to notice that this guy's going to come to life, so to speak. There. Now, depending on which way you go, he may actually break this open, but I didn't want to do that. So I'm going to pick up a Fading Soul. That kind of sucks. If I remember correctly, there's an NPC off to the other direction, and there's a bunch of... There's a switch there that opens the door to this NPC's prison. But if you open it, he will invade you in several other areas throughout the rest of the game.
Please, no, please, don't come near me. Nothing good will come of it.
He has kind of a split personality, so.
Just leave me alone, please. Leave this place and leave me be, as I'd not see any harm befall you. Please, just leave me alone. Please. Please.
And apparently I don't have the prerequisites for him to go back crap crazy on me. That is okay. We'll just take this route up here. Alright, so when we go back here, we've got some of these mirror knights. Oh shit. I'm just gonna let that go. Again, watch out for the red crystal lizards. They are very dangerous if you should happen to. Now the only problem with these guys is that they have a tremendous amount of hit points. I've got no Uchikatana. Let's see if I can circle around this guy. Alright. So now that we've the crystal lizard has vacated, we'll go back here. I missed. That did not miss there. So that's another sorcery. Gotta run back through here. There's a few more mirror guys that we can take care of. Obviously that one's not it. That one is. Come on. Okay, so that's. So the good news with this weapon is it does a very good job of canceling out their attacks. So we got that one. I think there's one more. Yeah. I'll just grab that item while he's stunned. Alright, there we go. Just be aware, you know, if all of those come out at once, they could be a problem. Now what we're going to do, we can actually go through this way and go up, but we're not going to do that. We're going to unpetrify this guy, which I hate, because I hate these freaking guys. But this does give us another item. Ah. Oh, you lord-ass motherfucker. I hate these guys. I hate these guys with a passion. And I hate them mostly because they have pretty devastating attacks, but they have almost no recharge time on their attacks. They're just like right back up in your face. Screw you, fat boy. So you get this dragon acolyte mask. Now, depending on your feelings on those big guys, that may or may not be worth actually fighting them. Now, there's a very large basilisk in there, but he will not attack unless you attack him. So what we're going to do is we're going to run down here. I think this one's trapped. And so I'm gonna drink up. 'Cause I think it's trapped. Some kind of explosive or poison or some shit like that. Well, maybe not. Bonfire aesthetics. Okay. Now, this basilisk will come back, so, you know, if you desperately want to, you can use range attacks on him. There's not much he can do. I'm going to check. I don't think there's anything up here. There's not an illusory wall ahead. Yeah, see, that goes back down to where we were. I don't know if collecting this item will turn him aggressive, but apparently not. So we're just gonna leave him be. I'm not too worried about that. We're gonna pull this right here. That will close that door and open this one. And we're gonna go ahead and use our Pharaoh's Lockstone because this should light everything up. That's really cool. Now, behind some of these paintings are some very important enemies. That guy right there. And the reason he's important is because he can actually drop petrified dragon bones. So if you do have a love for the boss weapons, by all means spend time here, and you have a chance to get a few. And the item drop rate isn't terrible. There's 3 or 4 of them in this area, and generally you can actually get a petrified dragon bone. Now, you can break that cage, and obviously he'll be somewhat ticked off, but we're gonna do that. It helps to have played this before to know where these guys are. Typically, you'll have somebody leave a message. Hey, there's a guy behind this painting. What we're gonna do, we're gonna open this up, and we're gonna tear this up. Grab this item. It's Pharaoh's Lockstone. Just in case you didn't have one in the beginning, you can actually light all of this stuff up from here. I don't think there's anything else hidden behind any of these bookcases. Doesn't appear to be. Now what we want to do is we want to head down here and we want to click right there. And that's our second bonfire. So we're going to light that up. And what we're going to do is we're going to come down here. Okay, so that is a corrosive pit. Obviously not a place that you'd like to spend a lot of time. But the good news about this opening is that means I can take out these guys fairly quickly. My magic arrows don't do quite as much damage, but somehow I missed him. I don't know how that missed. Now you can open this gate, and once you attack them, they'll obviously come after you. But this is kind of the easy peasy way to do it. Alright, and one good thing is you can see the spikes on this edge of the cage. If you can actually get them to run over to you and kill themselves on these spikes. It's kind of a rare thing, but it can happen. Now I am going to unequip everything and do a little bit of streaking here. Let's open this up. And we can collect all of these items. And we can run back through here. Alright, so now at this point, this is the annoying part because you have to remember what all you had equipped. Let's see, I had the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring here. I had the Covetous Silver Serpent Ring here. And I'm going to use the Ring of Blades instead of the Ring of Binding because I am human. So that goes there. Goes there. Goes there. Goes there. I got this and my bow. Which I was able to gain another level on that bow. That we want our Dark Chikatana and we want our Black Knight Halberd. Alright, so we're equipped again, and since we've got our flag planted right there, I'm going to step through, and that is the Aldia key. You really want to have that because I still haven't got a dragon bone from one of these guys. Come on. Ah, there. There we go. Petrified dragon bone. You usually get 1 or 2 per run through. Now this guy is pretty easy to kill. And we're going to go over here and grab this. Item, maybe. There we go. Alright, so what I want to show you is, obviously you got something in that carriage there, and you got an enemy in, that's the same guy that you fought right before, oh god, the Lost Center. Those were the guys in the water that we fought. Now, their cages can be opened by this gentleman over here. And that's why we want to take this kind of circuitous path. Because we do have another one of these guys right there. And he'll break through. And once he breaks through, that will always be open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get hit several times. I'm going to drink up. I'm going to miss horribly. I hate these guys. I hate these guys with a passion. Fat bastards. I hate them. Okay. So, this opens up this room here, which has another one of our guys right here. Oh, my halberd's at risk. And as you can see, that's kind of gross. But all total, we have 1, 2 in that other room, 4. We have 4 right now of those dragon acolytes that we can come after. Now, in order to get into here and get that item, what you have to do is you have to have that guy who breaks through that wall chase you down here, and he will break open that wall. I never did that in my other playthrough because that just takes too long. I don't think there's anything spectacular behind that. Now, what you got to be careful of is this next area. As I get killed by the thing I said you had to be careful of. That's awesome. That's why I hate this level. God damn it. Okay. Alright, so unfortunately I don't have the benefit of a decent weapon. Let's switch that out. Am I still fast? No, I am not. We'll go with this. I can still roll. Okay. So I'm going to shoot this through this gap there. Oh, I didn't see him. That's my fault. But see, that's why I hate these guys. They have these tremendously damaging attacks, but they have almost no recovery time from any of them. Now, the one you really have to watch out for is the grab attack, because that will kill you in one hit, even at this level, even with this amount of hit points. I'm gonna go ahead and take him out. Alright. So I'm gonna grab that. That should be the last of the items in this level. Okay, so obviously up ahead is the boss fog wall. I don't know if these are NPC summons or not. Alright, so that's basically this level. What we'll do is I'll put a cut here, and we'll go do the boss in the next video. I've had about as much Dark Souls as I can take. Oh, forgot an item. I've had about as much Dark Souls as I can take for one day. So I'm going to do that at a different time. I'll come through and probably try to 10-shot all of these, because I do like having these petrified dragon bones. There are a couple of little items that I will be using. So what we'll do is stop here, and I will see you at a later date. So until next time, this has been Cliff. I hope everybody takes care. I will see you later. Bye-bye.